I will win the Elimination Chamber. Doesn't matter who else is in it. 5 other men are going down. I've never been more confident in my entire life. Look at it. Nashville, ladies and gentlemen, those of you watching at home, WrestleMania 41 belongs to one man, 2 words, Pat, 3 syllables, CM.
This party's fire. Better than the one hosted by a guy named Wire.
Get ready! Bullshit, get ready! Get ready for the worst raw review on the internet! The worst raw review on the internet! STRAWS, raw! With Eric B and Randy C! Chickens of bananas and fresh roast beef. This is STRAWS, raw!
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B. They call me the Raw Dog. And you're listening to the STRAWS Raw review here on the Huge Pop Radio Hub. This is the absolute worst or best Raw review on the internet, depending on where you look us up. And I mean us, of course, because I am joined by my PIC. That's my puppy in crime. And his name is Randy C. Randy, what's up, brother?
What's going on, brother? Chemists are excellent at solving problems because they have all the solutions. Hey, everybody. Hey, Eric B. Hey, it's me, Randy C. Haha, not this week. As usual, we are powered by something. Interiorplants.ca. You want your home or garden to look better? Call the Doctor of Plantonomics. That's interiorplants.ca. Huge Pop Radio, starring Donnie DeSilva and Dmge Crtl, every week on TSN 690, Wednesdays at 11 p.m. This week, after a controversial week last week with Jimmy and Mr. MJF, they have a gentleman from AEW. Maybe he's going to tell his little pieces into it. Mr. MVP. MVP will be coming into town for Elimination Chamber on March 2nd. That's March 2nd with Chris Van Fleet, with a special live insight with Chris Van Fleet. So it's Huge Pop, hosted by Donnie and Jimmy. News, rumors, interviews, the best there is on all podcasting platforms. The Smack Daddies, your East Coast podcasting champions of the world, where Brad the Dad and Father Greg give you each week's WWE SmackDown review every Saturday morning here on the Huge Pop Hub. That is the Smack Daddies, as well as THT, the handshaking team. And that's with my friend Eric B. And as he's holding up right now, oh, the Steiners are in. The Steiners are in. Uh-oh, that means I owe money. The Steiners are in, and Jeff definitely check them out. That's facebook.com/the handshaking team, where they have daily raffles. You could win possibly the Steiners. You just have to go and join. That's facebook.com/the handshaking team. Eric B., how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Randy. We got to rejoice and watch on the side as we saw our non-beloved Chiefs get absolutely pounded in the Super Bowl on Sunday as Buffalo Bills fans, and then any other fan around the NFL loved watching that beating. It's like seeing the school bully getting just destroyed, absolutely decimated by the new kid in town. No, not really the new kid in town, but maybe the kid in town that's been there, say, for example, just hanging out, who's kind of nerdy, and then he learned karate, right? Kind of like Cobra Kai. Shout out to Cobra Kai that is coming back soon. Randy, how are you doing, buddy? Did you enjoy that Super Bowl Sunday?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it to the most part. Yes, you're right. The absolute first half beating of the Kansas City Chiefs. As a Bills fan, I did not want to see them three-peat. It's funny
No one
too.
did.
It's funny too. I call it this generation. This is nothing against this generation out there. I'm just saying toughen up a little. Yeah, Cobra Kai yourself. Strike first and strike often. Is that it? No, it's strike first and what? But whatever it is. But yeah,
Just
and
hit somebody. Just
it's
hit somebody all the time. I mean, like we're not saying here, this is not like a disclaimer at the start of this episode, Randy. We're not telling people to go out and start punching each other in the face. But if you gotta punch each other in the face, hey me, just Cobra Kai their ass. That's what you gotta do.
a good punch is needed once in a while. Sometimes I never ever, like you said, condone it, but yeah. And then watching them tear up on losing. This is one thing I noticed, especially with my kid going through a lot of sports things right now. When people win, oh, they're all excited. But when they lose now, they're like the worst. Absolute worst crier mode, like everything. Girls, boys, whatever it may be. But yeah, what happened to the good old days when you just shook hands and say, yeah, the better team won this week?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. When you see guys like Pat Mahomes like dropping tears and pouting on the sidelines for the majority of the game when he's really stinking up the whole game. I don't know what you can complain about. It's not like they were getting the a million calls that they usually get. Maybe that was a thing. Travis Kelce looked absolutely ridiculous. Um, Maybe that just didn't really work for his game, showing up there like he was about to go into Boogie Nights as like the main actor. But yeah, halftime show, Randy. We're seeing a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but a lot of people ran online instantly to say this is the worst halftime show ever. I know you don't really like the music of the one very talented Kendrick Lamar, but you took some time to look up some things afterwards, and I think that you're a little bit more of a fan of the show now. What do you
Oh,
think?
100%. I love Easter eggs. I love puzzles. And I will definitely, I know you looked it up as well. And I wasn't a fan at the beginning. I did not get the peekaboo. I did not get uh, the references, I guess, sort of going on. But in turn, I did not look into it as much or was a follower of that dissing that was going on back and forth. But after researching it a little, oh, am I a fan? Oh, big fan here. I
The
love
best
the
feud of the year, man. It's absolutely the best feud of the year. Better than anything in pro wrestling for sure.
100. Well, I wouldn't say about pro wrestling. I always put pro wrestling number one, but in turn, it definitely was great to see. And by the way, my car is 1972 Ferrari, but that's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, no, it was great. It just it was definitely a spectacle. But I do miss the good old. I was looking at the last couple of years on what music was playing there. I do miss the good old rock and roll. You know what I mean? In
Speaking
some
as a
way.
true, speaking as a true mid-aged white man,
That's
Randy
it.
over there just
That's it.
instantly ran to the TV, shaking his fist at it. There's so many memes online of kids like watching on their couch, bobbing their head along, and then their dad sitting beside them on the couch is completely confused about what's going on in life. Wondering what type of music this is. Why do you listen to this nowadays, kids? But yeah, that's a huge commercial success for Kendrick Lamar to get himself into the Super Bowl. He had to adjust every one of his songs to be lyrically okay, especially especially that one specific song about Drake himself. But dude, yeah, diabolical. You had Serena Williams there, who was one of Drake's ex-girlfriends, which I didn't realize. That's why she was there crip walking, sorry, to the diss track. And also SZA, the only other person that he had there at the show, is another ex of Drake's. Didn't know that. That guy is an active man. But
Are you jealous?
yeah.
I look at him smiling. He's jealous in the background. But no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, you told me to do some research on the SZA XY, whatever ZTXW, but I didn't do that because I was just too intrigued with it. But yes, it was overall a good show. Spectacle.
A jolly good show.
The PlayStation references and everything else, like everything tying into something, even the stuff that they didn't put on TV. But the stuff they put on TV, I just want to say, commercial of the Super Bowl was the Pringles commercial. That's all I got to say. And
you don't think it was Seal as a seal? Did you see Seal as a seal for Mountain Dew?
yes, I did see that. I did. Coming up in a good runner-up was the breast cancer awareness commercial. That's definitely good runner-up. I am more aware, and commercials like that will make me more aware.
Every now and then, there's always that one dark commercial in the Super Bowl Sunday that works its way into the package. But yes, out of the game itself, the Puppy Bowl, I think, had a little bit more action, a little bit more competitive than the Super Bowl itself. Man, anyways, we've talked about football a lot, Randy. People are here for wrestling. I guess we should start with some wrestling. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess we should start getting into, WWE Raw from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. What do you think, Eric B?
I think that you're a jerk for saying that you were going to give me my gimmick back and then stealing it from me again, because it is in Smashville, Tennessee, brother. Okay. Smashville, Tennessee. And you know who's there? Dmge Crtl. You know what he's a big fan of? Wrestling. Football. You know who he's an even bigger fan of? Penta. And that was a lot of talk, actually, before Raw started. A lot of talk, a lot of chatter going on that Penta had been demoted to main event. Randy, what do you think about that? Being on main event so quickly for Penta. Like, I have my thoughts about it.
That's fine. It's a break for a minute. You don't have to see him week after week after week, and people get tired with him, right? So yeah, it was okay. He doesn't need to be there every single week.
Yeah, you're spreading him out over the other products, over other brands that might watch it. Different clientele. I think different age gap too for like main event, really. Anyways, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal, especially because we get a video package for him later on in the night. They're obviously still pushing him, but make him a little special. We don't have to see him wrestle every single week, right, Randy? But you know who we do have to see every single week as we lead up to WrestleMania? It's the Royal Rumble winner. It's Jey Yeet Uso, and man, this guy is just getting the longest Yeet introductions of all time ever since he's won the Royal Rumble. I do love the way that he keeps on stopping, and then the crowd is chanting for one more yeet, one more time, and then they're just yeeting all over the place. Lots of yeet references being made by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is on one this entire show, man. I don't know what it is. It's like halfway through the show, his edibles kick in or something. This guy is on fire and hilarious for most of the show. Did you notice some of how off color his commentary gets as the night continues?
100%. He was eating all over the place, from good to bad, I guess you can say.
Exactly. Anyways, as all the yeeting is going on, out of nowhere, here comes Gunther. And this time, folks, he is wearing a black t-shirt and black pants. And with said black pants, he's wearing the same loafers. But you know what he's wearing this week, Randy? Socks. What's going on? What's happening?
I don't know. I have no clue. And they weren't the tube kind. They were the ankle. It's kind of hard wearing those penny loafers and beating people down with ankle socks because they can fall off very easily. Gunther, just word of advice, use the tube socks in future reference.
Talking about words of advice, Gunther advises Jey not to pick him. But you know what? Jey Uso, after the long tour of deciding who he's going to wrestle against, he goes ahead and he finally announces he will pick Gunther for WrestleMania. The match is set in stones. Book it in Vegas. The bookies in Vegas are starting to make the odds as we speak right now. Randy's money is on the house. No, probably not. But anyways, yes, the beatdown continues as Gunther tries to run to the ring, but Jey Uso fights back, jumps over the ropes, and this man is ready to take on Gunther for the World Championship. 68 days away. 68 nights away, sorry.
And
Randy, we're gonna get fast.
Yeah, and already calling out one of the titles or one of the main events, like really, really early, like before Elimination Chamber. So guess what? Guess what these guys are fighting for at Elimination Chamber? Mr. Cody or whoever may be the champion at that time. A little surprising on that outcome and announcement so early, but I definitely do get it because the hype train is in full effect. It is now going faster than Braun Strowman doing his little freight train around the ring, and maybe just at the same speed as a Braun Breaker's train. But yeah, everybody loving Jey Uso and his variety of colored different eating shirts, which I definitely enjoyed this week.
Oh man, WWE very wise with that one. Just making an arena shirt for every event. Honestly, it's just a different color. It's the same white font on every single one of them. So easy to do. Such a money-making scheme in the best way possible. Kind of like John Cena retirement tour t-shirts right now.
Yeah.
Those things are hot. We're going to see them sell like hotcakes at Elimination Chamber in Toronto. It's definitely going to be John Cena madness there when we're talking about merchandise. Okay. Moving forward, talking about very merchandisable ladies, it is Rhea Ripley, and she thinks that Charlotte is stalling. Randy, do you think that Charlotte's stalling, or she's just purveying her options?
Well, again, it's before Elimination Chamber. Like Jey Uso was not stalling, but Charlotte, the thinker that she is, the master manipulator or swinging to her favor when she is heel, but is she heel or face? That's the question right now. But yeah, no, she's not. I think Rhea's wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob
definitely.
Barbic. Rhea's wrong.
Rhea is definitely wrong here for sure. Jey Uso, if anything, is rushing to this decision. I know that this is something that is pretty much set in stone as soon as Jey won the Royal Rumble. But to Randy's point, it is surprising to think whoever wins Elimination Chamber is going to have to pick Cody. That's the way it is. So if we're pushing in the direction of, let's say, John Cena potentially winning Chamber, going for that title reign, that legendary and record-holding title reign, is it going to be against Cody? That's wild to think about, actually. CM Punk against Cody? Ooh.
What about a three-way? What happened? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So
we can go a
many
lot of
things
ways
that can
here,
go
man.
happen.
Yep, Drew McIntyre. There's
Yep.
a lot of direction that we can go in here right now, potentially. Nothing is set in stone yet, folks, when we talk about that one. But yes, Gunther and Jey Uso are. Anyways, first match of the evening here, folks. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Dmge Crtl. And I must say, when your tag team partner is throwing you out of the ring like a bowling ball and like a battering ram, and you come out with some massive cut on your eyes, holy crap. This is one way to start Raw, that's for sure, by having a bloody and battered Liv Morgan on the screen. I don't want to take anything away from the match here because Randy's going to hate it as I say it, but the more that we see Dakota Kai actually get in the ring with some good talent, the better she looks in the ring. Randy, what do you hate? Do you hate me for saying that?
No, this match was absolutely fantastic tonight. Yes, Liv Morgan's eye, due to, I believe, of a leg brace of Dakota Kai, the bulky thing cutting her on the side of the thing. So, yeah, no, blame Dakota. Yeah, no, I can definitely say this was a great match. Dakota was
absolutely wild.
Dakota was not in it as long as, or twice as long as she should be, but it doesn't make a difference. But it made Liv look bloody and more mean. Yeah, shout out to Liv for being able to do this, though.
And just
Pretty
going
much
forward
half
with the match. Yeah, going forward with the match with the blood on her face. And then later on, and we see her in the clubhouse, they also very meticulously do not stitch her up. And also, they just leave the blood all over, which is good looking for the picture there. Good looking for the camera. Lots of blood here tonight on Raw. Not expected, though, may I add. We're not trying to make this happen. This is not cuts. This is not work. This is actually legitimately happening. Michael Cole is all over the place in this match, too. He calls the Meteora knees at one point there by Io Sky. He calls them the bullet train attack. Nothing racist about that. That was great. Bullet train attack. And then also the code breaker that we see that Liv hits when Raquel Rodriguez has Dakota Kai on her shoulders. He calls that a top rope oblivion, which is definitely a code breaker. Anyways, the match itself, I'm very surprised when we end up here with a clean victory for Dmge Crtl, making Liv and Raquel look a little bit weaker before their obligated tag team title match. Randy, what do you think about that?
It's poor Io had to win something. Like, you know what I mean, going into it, because she will be going into against
Rhea Ripley 3 weeks from now.
Thank you. 3 weeks from now. So they do have to make her a little stronger, I guess, going into a match. I apologize. But,
yeah, no spoiler alert there. No spoiler alert there, people. But yeah, Rhea Ripley is holding on to that title. Not doing anything for Elimination Chamber. It looks
100%,
like.
but good overall match. Yeah, a lot of breakup pins at one point. A lot of finisher spots. But yeah, I get it. And Liv looked great. This match, and we're going to say it, this match was a great match. I could even put it as match of the night contender.
Yeah, they looked very good in the ring together. Dmge Crtl definitely showed up and showed out here in this match. It was good. It was really, really good. And a lot of people take things away from the female tag division. Don't give them too much credit, but these are definitely two tag teams that are at like the top of your division for the tag teams itself. It was a sweet match. It was great.
100%.
You know what isn't sweet though? What's going on between besties Kevin Owen and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is out with a slew of injuries after that pile driver. My lord, that poor man and his poor neck. But you know what? I have to agree with Kevin Owens here. Because while he was being legitimately destroyed, dropped on his head, Alabama slammed through a ladder by Cody, Sami Zayn was just sitting there watching. But as soon as Roman Reigns took a hit in the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn was there to defend him by his side. So you know what? Good on you, KO. I agree with the heel for this one. What do you think, Rand? Am I just cynical?
100%. Expect another interview from the car, just like all the wrestlers are doing right now. But yes, just like Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens is right at the moment. There's a lot of rightness going on about the Mr. Roman Reigns. So we're paying attention, WWE.
We are. We're also paying attention to Seth making some very similar points later on this evening as well.
That's right.
We are definitely watching you guys. Or maybe you're watching us. Or maybe you're listening to us. Either way, just keep on the... Yeah, thank you, and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, fellas. All right. Anyways, what do you think about this new show coming up? WWE LFG with some kind of rookie to, let's say, veteran.
Yeah, it looks
going on.
almost like a remake or a rebirth or a rebrand of the Tough Enough. Gunther, I think it was the first one. I don't have it in my notes, but I think it was the first one in there. I definitely liked the first little vignette on it. It intrigues me. I will watch it. So, yeah, I was a fan of Tough Enough. Shout outs to Evilise, good friend of the show and good friend of mine and good friend of Jeremy, Mr. Matt Cross, second eliminated in Tough Enough, by the way.
M-Dog, man.
Yeah, part of the alumni. So yeah, if I'm a big fan of that. So let's go. Let's LFG. Is that what it's called? Yes.
Yeah, let's
go.
Freaking go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Figure it out.
Let's figure drafts. Yes, let's go.
Let's figure yeah, WWE, let's figure giraffes. Brought to you by Nickelodeon and Slime Time.
That's it.
All right, Elimination Chamber talk. More Elimination Chamber talk as we go into the women's Elimination Chamber match and a qualifying match here between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. WWE, like we said, definitely listening because Lyra does not have her giant wings anymore. She has feathers, but those gigantic wings are gone, man, and for good reason.
They're clipped. She's clipped.
She did not look clipped in this match, though. Again, we're talking about. Listen, I hate to throw out the whole thing, but the women's division tonight here in WWE Raw was throwing out banger after banger after banger as we see Bayley and Lyra Valkyria go into this match. Roxanne Perez is there in the crowd. She's going to have her opportunity next week to get into the chamber. Me and Randy are definitely hoping that she makes her way in there for sure.
Against
But
Raquel,
Bayley,
yes. Against Raquel.
yeah, that's going to be great. Well, they're going to try to push for Raquel to be there, but I would like to see Liv try to do this on her own. If she is going to be there in Elimination Chamber, I hope it is on her own. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, match again. We see a solid match between these two ladies. I would go to say that this is very close to being the type of feel that you would see and say an independent main event match, right? These are like your two big stars that you're bringing in here for the main event, and they've thrown out a banger. They're doing some sick moves. I love Bayley going for the belly to belly and missing it, getting thrown to the apron, her head sticking through the ropes and getting hit by the leg drop there. The guillotine style leg drop. Lots of activity outside of the ring. Lyra Valkyria looks really good in this match. Really, really good in this match. It comes to a point when you have to say who's going to lose because Lyra, she's the IC title holder. She just won it. She's in her first reign. Bayley is obviously Bayley, and they want to push her towards the chamber. So I did like the way that they finally ended it with the Nightwing being blocked, the roll-up attempt being countered by Bayley, and Bayley gets the win here just short of 10 minutes. Randy, what'd you think?
Match was good. Unfortunately, I would have rathered anybody in the ring with Bayley than a champion. Because when a champion loses, it doesn't look good to me. Right? It's only my opinion. People don't bother me or whatever, but it is a champion, right? So when you lose and you can't even get in past the first round, it shows that that belt is like a mid-card belt to me. But unfortunately,
it definitely does. It definitely does because nobody like Bayley was in that tournament.
That's right.
So in turn, at that level was in that tournament. So
yeah, in turn, great match. Yeah, 100%. The right person did win. But I wish it was just somebody else that Bayley did wrestle against. You could have put Natalya in there, like anybody, right? So don't put your champs in. I don't like when champs lose when they have a belt, especially a first round tournament.
I would honestly love to hear Bully Ray's thoughts on this because he would probably say the exact same thing. Like, why would you weaken your champion? Of course, you have to get her out there. You have to still get her the exposure that she needs, and against a high talent opponent such as Bayley, then that makes sense for the exposure. But
defend her belt against Dakota Kai. Then there you go.
Still lost. She still lost in a clean fashion, even if it was a sneaky way. She still lost in a clean fashion. Very even, very crowd divided match too. At the same time, it was good. I would definitely like to see this again down the line, and I'd like to see Lyra get that win because she deserves it.
100% agree.
Like I said, we get that video package on Pentagon, so he's not going anywhere, guys. He's not going anywhere. Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne are in the back talking about it. Pete Dunne is going to take on Pentagon next week for another Bruiserweight versus Bruiser match. Going to see a lot of slapping in that match, Randy.
100%.
Lots of slapping with eventually Ludwig Kaiser coming in to break it up, and then we're leading our way into a three-way between these guys, potentially at Elimination Chamber.
I don't know about that. I think Dunn and Ludwig are going to tag team for some reason. It's going to... Vinci
against
Gunn.
Penta and Ray Phoenix.
Jeez. Please no. But yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Hey, man, you put it out there.
Yeah.
You
Yay.
put it out there. Will the universe respond? We will have to see. We will have to see.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, Alpha Academy are in the back here. They're consoling Moira Valkyria on her loss. And here comes American Made to mock her. All right, that's cool. Moira Valkyria is eventually going to have a match against Ivy Nile for the women's IC title. Again, mid-card opponents fighting for a mid-card belt. Randy, you just knocked it out of the park with that point you made.
Hey, I want to bring up a point too, from last week that we did not see. This may be coincidence or what? Chad Gable gone, right? Looking,
Yep.
training in the fine dark arts. Okay, remember that name, Dark Arts. Google this up right now. Selena Vega and Malachi Black's gym is called the Dark Arts. Just possibility. It's not Lucha Libre, and there is a rumor actually that Mr. Gable will be wrestling for AAA. So maybe that happens. It's a rumor, and if you heard it, if it happens, you heard it here first on Draw Straw Raw. Go just follow, like, subscribe down below. But if you didn't hear it, forget what I said and just move on. But yeah,
I mean,
those two things.
listen, if anything makes sense here, that definitely makes sense. That's all I can say. If anything makes sense as far as dark arts go and borderline Lucha Libre, which really Malachi Black is sort of a borderline Lucha Libre kind of guy, I would say. Very, very similar to what Penta does in the ring. We see Malachi do. Alistair Black, the return. Oh, I don't know, man. We didn't talk about any of the releases. I don't know if we want to talk about that at all, but along with the releases in WWE, there is a lot of updates of the other company as well, and we're probably going to see them debut sooner or later.
Hopefully, yeah, give it 90 days at least, right? So
90 days or longer, depends on what the contracts are. Depends on the contract situation.
yeah.
Anyways, we're pandering here. We're just pandering around, and I don't know
Set
why
Phoenix
we're doing
free. No, sorry.
it. All right. AJ Styles is here, folks.
Hey, phenomenal.
AJ Styles. People were saying that he was looking far less jacked. No, he's not. He's looking jacked to the nines still, folks. He is jacked as he can possibly be as AJ Styles. He is there in one of his old places, one of his favorite places, Nashville, Smashville, Tennessee. But you know who's going to show up and ruin it for him? It's going to be Dirty Derminic.
The Terminator.
Dirty Terminator, Dominic Mysterio, and he is there to interrupt him with Carlito, and they are going to try to speak, and Dominic is not allowed to speak. He's going to get booed out of the building. Carlito's going to get angry about it, speak in Spanish. Pat McAfee hilariously asks Michael Cole to translate it. Michael Cole cannot translate it. He does not understand Espanol. No hablas Espanol at all. But anyways, Dominic eventually rushes AJ Styles because AJ Styles says, you're always just going to be Rey Mysterio's punk-ass kid. So, looks like we get Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles next week on Raw because later on, I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but later on, Adam Pearce is in the back talking to AJ Styles. AJ Styles wants the match. And I find it absolutely hilarious what Adam Pearce says to him. Are you sure you don't want to walk before you run? Like, do you want to take on somebody like Dominic Mysterio?
Yes, please.
Oh, man. What did you think about that walk before you run line when you're referring to Dom? Like, he was referring to Dom like he's Brock Lesnar.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Well, to me, in my eyes, maybe. Yes, maybe you should walk before he runs. You don't want to trip, right? Look what happened when his big return and he ran last time. This is Dominic Mysterio. This is a convicted felon. Convicted villain that we're talking about.
Mr.
Derminic. I'm looking forward to it, though. It is a good start for him to do this, Mr. Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, with AJ. Everybody loves himself some AJ. AJ might even sneak his way into that elimination chamber. We were talking about wild cards. He might be that guy.
Yeah.
He might be that guy. Even though I'm kind of jumping the gun into what happens in the main event this evening.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Talking about Elimination Chamber
yeah.
further, talking about potential wild cards. Here's Seth freaking Rollins, and he is in the arena there, right next to the fans with the wonderful Jackie Redmond. And Seth Rollins is excited, but you know he's got to beat to get into the chamber? Finn Balor. Will he beat Finn Balor, Randy, or will he
Not
not?
a doubt.
What? Not a doubt.
Yeah, not a doubt. No dude about it. No, no.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I definitely Rollins has to be in that chamber match. He has to be in that chamber match. There's just too much on the line and too many storylines which are already a brewing. He has to be in the chamber.
He will be in the
Has to
chamber.
happen. He will be in the chamber.
That's it.
All right. Okay. AJ Styles, after he asks Adam Pearce for his match with Dominic Mysterio and it gets granted, he runs into Braun Breaker and a cowboy hat in the background. Just imagine having to fly all over the country, and the only thing that you do on TV that week is wear a cowboy hat.
It
It's a
was
good life,
intimidating.
man.
It
It's a
is.
good life.
It is. It was intimidating. The freight train versus. You want to slow him down? There you go. There you go, Dominic. Yeah, wait till what's next is Braun freaking Breaker. You're gonna be out again, dude. No, new dude about it. No. Yeah, I like this. I like where that was going actually.
Oh man, there's a lot of things that I like about Raw this week. There's a lot of hilariousness that happens, and that includes Pat McAfee breaking down his role that he played in a commercial on Super Bowl Sunday that he was in for literally like 5 seconds
Yep.
as a high school principal. What did he say? It took him like 5 hours, 5 to 8 hours of makeup done
Yep.
in the back.
And then memorize
Uh,
his lines.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But folks, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It is the way it is. That was funny that they kept on doing that. Kept on going back to Pat McAfee, who is on fire. He is absolutely on fire this entire show. All right. Probably the slower part of the evening for me here. And maybe Randy as well. Maybe he agrees, but it's the tag team title match. It's the Creed brothers versus the War Raiders. It is Top Gun versus the Biker Mice from Mars. It is American Gladiators 2.0 versus a watered down War Machine. That's the best way that we can possibly call it. Bit of a strange pairing in this match, Randy. What do you think about this two styles? Like we have like athletic big plus athletic big versus athletic big plus athletic big.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Laser and Glacier back. Sorry, I mean the Creed brothers back in the ring, and the styles. You know what? The Creed brothers have the old style of the War Raiders, War Machine. Um, I, I enjoy this. Well, I like the Creed brothers. Unfortunately, they've been on a shelf where we haven't seen them as often as I would have liked. But they should be definitely up there in the tag teams. Remember how big we were on them this time last year, and where have they
Yeah.
been realistically? So, yeah, it's about time that they step up and work up.
They haven't
Laser,
been anywhere. Sorry,
any weird?
they.
We're really bad on words today.
Oh,
both of us, huh?
Derminic, and Annie Weir and everything that we're going. We're off the rails today.
The Ward
folks.
Raiders, like you said earlier.
the Ward Raiders.
Yeah, the Ward Raiders.
All right. Stop it.
All right,
We're just
sorry.
not going to be able to even finish this.
Okay.
But yeah, the match itself is okay. But out of everything that we see here this evening, it's probably got to be on the lower end of my card as to what was exciting me. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've been talking about American Made or the Creed brothers being anywhere near the tag team titles. Damn it, Randy, you started this, man.
Yeah.
You
Keep going.
started this.
You're doing a good job. Keep going.
But Ivy Nile eventually gets her distraction in there. It allows Julius to jump off the top rope for a superplex, followed by a moonsault there by Brutus. That looks nice, but it is Ivar that comes in for the save. Or no, it's Eric, sorry, who comes in for the save. And eventually, that leads Mr. Julius Creed to bring up the tag team belts, stop the finisher from the War Raiders, War Machine, whatever the hell you want to call them, Biker Mice from Mars. And we have a DQ finish, which means we're going to get more of this.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah? You mean that seriously?
No, seriously, I am looking forward to it. I don't mind this as much with everything else that's going on. They do have to highlight the tag team division, get past the Creeds, and then maybe we'll see the New Day start sneaking in there. And then the tag team division will be on fire. But I don't mind this in the meantime. In the meantime,
speaking about
Space
the
Lord,
tag team
1989.
division,
Sorry, go ahead.
speaking about the tag team division and Triple H, actually, there's recent reports that came out that Triple H was very surprised with the lack of reaction that DIY got at the last pay-per-view. Almost no reaction. And maybe that's because you have to highlight your tag team division a little bit more. And by building up a little bit of a feud here between these two combatants, these two teams, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You need to fill in that space somehow. And this is maybe a good way to do it.
That's it.
Okay. All right, then. But yeah, the champs are laying on the ground here as the Creed brothers are holding the titles as we move forward. Back in the Judgment Day clubhouse, Finn Balor is just not impressed with the Judgment Day or Liv Morgan's cut in her eye or the blood that's still there or anything. Looks great, though. I do like how they leave the blood there and they don't bandage her up until after the show.
Until after the show.
Yeah,
they don't want any camera angles, supposedly.
They put that cut directly. They could have very easily had her be on the other side and covered that cut. They decided, nope, we're going to showcase her in camera left, and we're going to show that cut to the world. It has to be shown. Liv has to be deemed a little bit tougher and not just a cutie pie that everybody simps over.
That's right.
Rhea Ripley, talking about somebody who gets simped over. Rhea Ripley is telling Io Sky she's not going to give her the match because she feels bad about what she does. But she is giving her a title match 3 weeks from now after Elimination Chamber on the first Raw after the Chamber. Io Sky is excited. She can't wait. She's ready to go.
Yeah, after the Chamber. Why? You could have put it in the Chamber. I guess maybe the Chamber matches are too long or whatever, but yeah, it made no sense to me on that. But at least she gets it. So expect Io Sky to win two times at least in the next 3 weeks, leading into the Raw after Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, this is giving everybody what they want because everybody wants Io Sky to be at WrestleMania potentially against Rhea. So this is kind of your de facto. You're not going to get exactly what you want, but we're going to at least give you the match.
That's right.
So the match that you've been begging for, you will get. It's just not going to mean nearly as much. All right. CM Punk here is a chat. And as soon as he comes out for a chat, there is a perfectly planned sign in the crowd that says CM Punk talks too much.
He talks too much.
Perfect timing. He never shuts up. It was absolutely perfect timing. Great camera work, I got to say there, folks. WWE camera work, just impeccable.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, chef's kiss.
Impeccable. But he's out there to talk about the match for WrestleMania. And he knows that Jey Uso has made his decision and he's ready for Elimination Chamber. He's in it. He's in it to win it. But you know who's not in it yet?
I don't know. Please tell me. Me.
Rey Mysterio or Logan Paul, which is a match that we're going to see. This is a match that we're going to see. But anyways, he's ready. Punk is ready for it. Whoever is in it, man. Drew McIntyre, whether it's Finn Balor or Seth freaking Rollins, all that matters is that Punk is going to WrestleMania. Here comes Logan Paul with his new music. He's still humble. Randy didn't even know what I was saying when I kept on saying to him, I'm still humble over and over again in the chat. Randy, what do you think about that Logan Paul new theme song?
I don't like it. I like Maverick better, but I totally got it, and that's the reason why I didn't respond to, because I don't like it. I don't respond to things I don't like. I like you, but I didn't like the song. No.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm just gonna say that. His other song was definitely more
Maverick.
iconic. Yeah, it just got you amped up when he was coming to the ring. This is kind of slow, but it's gonna go with that whole new super heel Logan Paul. But not that he was ever loved besides his one match with Roman Reigns when everybody really turned into his corner. But yeah, doesn't it's not gonna work for me, brother. But Logan Paul is such a super heel now that he can barely get in a word. He is getting the Dominic Mysterio treatment, and CM Punk even points it out. This is just the way it is. Also, as he's coming to the ring, CM Punk continues his hilarious thing that he's been doing where he talks into the mic as other people come out to their music. And he says, I didn't know whose music this was.
Deaf Rebel, right? That Deaf Rebel's killing everybody. Nobody knows what's anything. So yeah, I get it. I get it, CM Punk. I totally agree with you. That's why you're my
Yeah,
favorite.
and listen. Logan Paul may have pulled number 30 in the Rumble, but the number that he's pulled tonight is 619. CM Punk, mic drop. That's it. He leaves.
Good job, CM Punk, best in the world.
Surprise, really, if you ask me. It wasn't really anything that was mentioned. If you look at any of the preview little clips, the little pictures that were dropped by WWE Raw, they weren't like CM Punk is going to be here. So when CM Punk's music hit, it was actually a bit of a surprise for me. And I was like, good for you, Netflix. Also, good for you, Netflix, and your lack of commercials, at least for me as a premium subscriber. I get to see more wrestling. Randy, I had to ask you as I was watching the non-ads, what are you seeing? Like when advertisements come up, what are you seeing ads for?
For that game show network. You saw us poor folk sitting here watching ads of the game show network. I see a lot of Family Feud. I see Jeopardy coming up. I see all this. I get what you see. You see Pat McAfee singing or something for a minute or doing something. Lucky you, rich man. Yeah, why don't you go get a red hat and sit in the front row, Mr. Blondon? No, I apologize. I'm only joking.
Drinking my bottled water like a rich man would.
People don't know though, he refilled it from the tap.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I had a little glue. I add a little glue to the top of the cap too, so it still makes that click sound when you turn it.
Nice.
Fresh bottle of water.
But no, that's what you more or less see. Are these weird commercials, and I'm watching a UK version of the thing, so it's weird.
Crikey. You're getting a UK version. You're getting the Game Show Network, and here I am just getting swear words. Nice. Not bleeped out, like when people are in the crowd swearing. I'm getting all the swear words.
Nice.
And it's great. And it really is great. No, it is. It's just fantastic. So this is the match, folks. Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. We've seen these guys go before, and they have very good chemistry in the ring together. Very good chemistry in the ring together. Logan Paul throws out a moonsault and battery during this match. If you don't know what that is, just Google Shane Mercer. And it is actually crazy to me that Michael Cole makes somewhat of a Shane Mercer reference when he drops his nickname Iron Demon in the match.
Yes.
I actually had to pause, go back, and check my closed caption to see if he actually said it.
And
because WWE acknowledged a super indie wrestler, okay? He acknowledged a GCW star. So that's pretty crazy to see there on the show itself. And I don't know if Logan spoke to him before the match. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But Logan looks good in this match doing this. And Rey looks good too, man. Ever since his first week debut there on Raw, Rey's wearing no more ill-fitted gear. Definitely got the memo on that one. Rey continues to look good. He's got his lion salt that he hits, which prompts Logan Paul to hit one of his own where he almost jumps out of the goddamn ring on that springboard. He jumped so high on that lion salt moonsault, Randy, I thought for sure he was going to overshoot it. I thought he was going to do another backflip. but somehow hit it. Logan Paul just continues to impress anytime that he's in the ring, really. Like you said last week, he is definitely the celebrity who has put in the most work and taken this the most seriously and had the best in-ring work as well, jumping from celebrity status directly into the ring itself.
100%.
All right, so Mysterio is also no schmo, folks, as he drops a power bomb on Logan Paul, catches Logan Paul in the corner and drops a power bomb on him. Eventually does get his 619. Paul hits him with the punch of doom, belly to belly backflip into a DDT. He's calling it the pulverizer, folks. It looks freaking crazy, the move itself. And he finishes Rey Mysterio here in this match to move forward to the Elimination Chamber. Like, listen, if Rey Mysterio was 10 years younger, put him in that chamber match. But to have an athletic superstar who can do things that are going to wow the crowd and have high spots, at least 2 or 3 high spots in the match, Logan Paul is your guy. So I am super excited that Logan Paul is in this match as a Toronto boy and somebody who was going to be there at that chamber. Randy, what are your thoughts, brother?
What are my thoughts? My thoughts is seeing the world's shortest power bomb. Like what? It's like citrus. It looked good though. No, I definitely enjoyed this match. Logan Paul is a star, like you said, going to the Elimination Chamber, bringing his markers. Gonna make a whole bunch of pictures in this chamber, I guess, again, and I'm presuming he'll probably be one of the last ones out for the hilariousness and everything that he previously did it. Logan Paul has a winning record against anybody, I believe, except for Roman Reigns. So yes, beating Rey Mysterio again, he is a star, 100%. He is a star.
What do you think about that finisher, though? Do you think that he's gonna have trouble hitting that on say a normal sized opponent? Like, do you think he can hit that on Roman Reigns?
Yeah, I could. He definitely knows what he's doing. I can see it already. So 100%. Okay. I think he'll be able to do it on Braun Strowman.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Braun Strowman, Mr. Swearing on camera himself, Braun Strowman trying to get himself
If he's still around next week. If he's still around. So, we shall see. It
depends on if he misses any more spots or not. If he lets any more stars of the company fall to their doom potentially live in living
100%.
color.
100%.
Anyways, Randy, that was Raw. I thought it was a pretty fun show, but what did you think of Monday Night Raw live on Netflix?
What did I think? What did I think of February 10th, 2025 episode of WWE Raw from, as Eric will say, Smashville, USA, Nashville, USA? Well, welcome to In This Corner.
Love you, Randy.
Randy, that's enough. Mr. Randy. Randy.
Welcome to In This Corner with Zane.
Randy.
Well, Eric B., what did I think about this episode? Not only did he debut, I thought this episode was phenomenal. So phenomenal that I may say that it went by real quick again, every single one of these matches. The women's matches starting up strong and on fire, right? Every woman match was great. The slowdown of the night is, like what Eric said, was probably the Ward Raiders versus the Creed brothers, but I still enjoyed that. Logan Paul. What more can we say about this gentleman? He is definitely a star in every single way. This guy should just be highlighted in every single way. And influencers now are showing that sometimes it's going back into the day where you don't need all that training. As long as you have some charisma and as long as you do some hard work, you too could be a wrestler. But all in all, it was a great show. I enjoyed it very much. I'm going to keep the streak going. I know it dropped a little last week, but I'll still keep it over the 4 banana ranking. It is at the 4.5 bananas out of 5. So that's a 9 banana ranking out of 10. And I'm looking forward to Elimination Chamber coming up in Toronto, where we'll all be there. But that's what I thought about this episode. And that was In This Corner.
Wow. That's a lot of bananas. That is a lot of bananas being handed out, just fruitfully, too, may I add. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I apologize about my pun, but yes, folks, Elimination Chamber is coming up in Toronto. So where you are in the GTA area and you want to say, meet me and Randy, grab a picture, give us a banana, do whatever you need to do. Just send us a message, send us a DM, and we'll try to sort out a way to do so, because the Smack Daddies are also going to be in town. The Smack Daddies are going to be in town, and we're all going to be together. We're all going to be enjoying fine roast beef sandwiches and good times. Just like we have every week bringing you guys the show, and I have talking with my buddy Randy. So Randy, if people wanted to do the same, say for example, message you, talk to you, or even just send you fine gifts, how they do so?
I'm on the TikToks. Yes, I'm on the TikToks. I'm just newly there. Zane. That's me on the TikToks. You can follow me on that. Follow us on X at Huge Pop Radio, the hub on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start saying it now. Yes, everybody will be in town. We are going to be at many places, starting from the Friday of Elimination Chamber weekend till the Sunday.
Lots.
You see us? A lot of places. When I say all of us, I'm going to say the majority of the time it'll be us and the Smack Daddies. But we'll also see Jimmy and Donnie with us too, and Lincoln Allen as well. So if you see us, come up to me. Hey, Randy, do you got something for you? Guess what? I do. No Bret Hart dolls will be sitting there, Eric, at Elimination Chamber, unfortunately. But I will be giving out some stuff. So say, hey, Randy, I heard you have something here for me. Yeah, I do. And it's something pretty good. So, yeah, I'll give you something. But we will be everywhere. Just a heads up. I don't know. Keep your eyes focused on the Facebook. Maybe locked in, shall I say, on it. You might see us certain places. So
yes, lock it in, folks.
Okay.
Lock it in now.
Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below here on the YouTubes at youtube.com/@StrawsRaw. We are close to 3,000 subscribers, Eric. I don't know if you've been noticing this every day. Our reels and everything are going up and up each day now. I guess we got a lot of traction going on. I'm going to give something out at 5,000 as well. So just keep going on. So don't wait till 5,000. Join now, because I'm going to give all 5,000. I'll put it in one of Eric's nice randomizers he can copy and paste. And
oh my God.
Yeah, we're going to do that. And it's going to be one of his famous Wheel of Misfortunes. So we'll go through all 5,000. All 5,000. It'll be the greatest thread ever.
It'll be an 8-hour-long elimination wheel, folks. The last man standing is the winner. Hopefully it's Gimpy, because he's already mad at me, it seems.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, we'll do that. We'll make sure we'll do that. We'll make it like a stream, a sponsored stream, and we'll just talk as we're eliminating people. It'll be good.
Oh my, that's a lot.
What about Eric? Where can they follow you?
I honestly, dude, I am just happy if people follow us on the YouTubes. Follow us on the YouTubes, like our content on the YouTubes, listen to us every single week. And yeah, shoot me a message on Facebook if you so would like to, or just drop a line in the comments in the hub. We're always open for listener mail. Get your listener mail in there. We'll answer your questions. Nobody sent Randy a banana yet in the mail yet, which I'm kind of upset about. But we're hoping by next week we can come back with a banana update for all of you fine folks.
That's it. And don't forget to follow the Smack Daddies and Huge Pop, like Donnie and Jimmy have the one and only MVP this week. So yeah.
Yes, definitely follow Jimmy. Definitely follow Jimmy, if you want some excitement in your life. He'll make sure that you have some.
And the Smack Daddies too. They got a YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe and comment on theirs.
Dude, that's tough, man. Yeah, follow those guys. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to me and Randy ramble. And we love having you here as we always do. So until the next time, please take care of yourselves and each other and continue to live your lives impactfully.
Live, laugh, and love wrestling. And I forgot to do Chiquita Bananas at the beginning with Mr. Kawasaki. But
It's okay.
Deuces! Deuces!
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No, no. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end. You can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them. But bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. Bananas are a solid food that doctors now include in baby's diet. And since they are so good for baby, I think we all should try it. Oh! See.